Greetings, boys and girls. helloazae here, and we are back with another episode of Destiny 2. I think? I'm actually not sure how to really explain this series. Destiny is not a traditional game where it's like, oh, here's the main story. Oh, look, we're done, and... okay, let's move on to the next game. No, because a lot of Destiny's game and content is going to be centered around a little bit of the main story, a bit about the campaign, some of the side quests involved, and then a whole lot of user interaction and post-game content of grinding gear, getting better gear, doing doing tougher content towards getting more gear, and then repeating that cycle over and over and over. I think it was fall here. Good. So doing not exactly a playthrough, but doing videos for this game is going to be very different. What I think I'm going to strive to do is do a few of the story missions, as often as many as I can, and make sure I do some side quests and just do some filler, in a sense that I want people to get a good grasp of the game. My main focus for this series really is not to show every aspect of the game, but show that this game is readily accessible to people returning to Destiny, and showing them that if you weren't a fan of Destiny 1 and maybe lapsed from the game and didn't want to play anymore, this game is actually very, very enjoyable. And for people who didn't play Destiny 1, like myself, this is also very, very approachable, and it's very easy to get into with very little knowledge. Granted, you'll be learning a little bit along the way, but I think that's always a good part. Guardian. Oh, this is awful. Just awful. Just awful. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh jeez, Rick.
Guardian,
Hey, my little ghost buddy.
you're alive. I thought I lost you. I can heal you, but I can't resurrect you. Not since.
We lost the light.
Guardian, the light is gone. They've taken the city, the Traveler, everything.
Now, I can't hear very well over my phones I'm currently
Powers,
playing.
Guardians,
The music that's playing.
we have to get out of here.
So you can hear the main theme in the background. I think being played by either a cello or a very, like, low-string viola. I want to say cello. Yeah, it sounds like a cello to me.
I'm picking up an emergency broadcast. Rendezvous coordinates. They're evacuating the planet.
So shit's gone down,
On
guys.
our own.
And is not a pretty sight indeed. Now the outskirts of the city. We've escaped the tumultuous, now enemy-controlled territory, and hopefully off to a place of safety, a haven, sanctuary. There's little craters everywhere. So what lies around me are former Guardians who no longer had light. They were just people trying to survive after the
These
battle.
Guardians, they had no chance without their powers. That could be us.
The light is what granted us all the powers we had beforehand.
If you die, I can't resurrect you. We need to be very careful.
Come on, bring it. Oh, this SMG is awful. Recoil. Bam. Let's punch our way to safety. This pistol sucks too. Ha! Okay, let's go. Punch. Did that dog just leap backwards? Okay. Punch in the face. New objective. Follow your vision. Which vision are they referring to? You know, actually, after playing this opening several times, I wonder if the vision they meant was what I saw in the beginning of the game. Well, beginning in the sense that after I got kicked off the ledge by Gaul. Oh darn, now I lost my initial thought. Oh right, yes. How I'm going to proceed with this series going forward. So I think I'm going to play a few missions, just play things as I'm progressing, show that players that this game is readily accessible. It's not too much of a grind getting up there, and I did enjoy getting up to 20, both as a squad. It took a little time, in a sense, because, you know, we goof around, we do stupid shit, we decide to explore and, you know, get lost, or just do straight missions every so often. On solo, it's really up to you to progress, and that can be time-consuming in its own way because you are ultimately going to decide what pace you dictate what pace you want to go forward at. I heard another journalist slash reviewer slash just personality on YouTube refer to Bungie's skyboxes, how they make terrific skyboxes, these beautiful scenic vistas and these beautiful like moments of just amazing background. Admittedly, that's pretty crazy. The image of the trapper there, the dust behind there settling, and the smoke. Fucking cool. But yes, I keep losing my train of thought in a sense and keep getting distracted. I probably don't get ADHD or something like that. Anyway, I'm going to do missions. I'm going to show players, both casual, both returning to the series, both or new to the series, hardcore veteran, whatever you like to call it, that this game is easily playable, easily accessible, very fun. I think I'm going to just do videos like, I'll try to keep them as much to the main story as possible. Maybe a few side missions here and there to show that, this will be side missions sometimes. This isn't one of the ways to level. And of course, there are public events. I'll do some little stuff here and there. Maybe. I'll consider making them 5 episodes actually instead. That may be the right way to go, like do 0.5 episodes, or like 2.1, 2.2, and after I do a main mission, it'll be like 3. Mission 3.1, and it'll be like episode 3.1, 3.2. The things I do between the side missions will be decimal episodes. And that's going to be maybe I think that'll be the best approach. Quick, someone quote me on that because I'm probably going to forget, and that's going to be the worst part. Because then I'll make like, episode 5! I walk around the wilderness for no apparent reason. Firewatch. Yes. I want to give viewers a good grasp of what this game's like without essentially rooting them into watching every single thing I do. Because this game is really all about choices you make before, and at least for the main story, what you do between missions. That is in some sense important. Oh god. It is decided. Decided.
Oh, look. Somebody left a perfectly good guardian lying around. Things
what
must
the
be
fuck
worse
was in
than
my
I
head?
thought. And
Oh yeah, that's what I chose.
Time to go, people.
But wait. Where are you all going?
As far away from here as possible.
That falcon, it belongs to you?
That's
the
the
name's
Vulcan we've
Hawthorne,
been sort of
and this is Lewis,
chasing.
Best pilot we got. What about you? Fit to fly? Probably gonna need one of these too.
Oh look, a real gun.
Time to make yourself useful, Guardian. All right, people, spin 'em up. Got a long flight ahead of us.
Alright, boys, let's get going. So I assume these are the Outlanders or something like that from the main story. People who left the city are not protected by the light anymore. Former guardians, former citizens who didn't want to be in the control of the city.
Do you see, traveler, all that I have done? Grace me with your light. Take your place at the center of my empire. See me, and the Red Legion will be your true guardians.
As if...
Dominus, the city is secure. Those who fled are being hunted, and those foolish enough to remain have been executed. Victory, as with all things, is yours to claim.
This victory is as much yours as mine, old friend.
All that remains is the completion of the cage around this great machine. Then we may begin the extraction of its power and put it to its rightful use.
They call it the Traveler.
I would contend that other civilizations may be more precise in their naming. Its functions can be controlled and exploited, as we have so clearly proven.
Yet they believe it to be a god.
And these guys believe it to be a machine.
Goal. We have spent our lives, you and I, working to reshape our society, reforge our people, rebuild an empire nearly destroyed by Callus's greed and corruption. There is nothing in this universe
I believe
greater
Callus to
than
be
you.
one of the
The Red
antagonists
Legion will have
from
that
the former
machine's
game,
power.
or
You
the
will
previous
be
game,
called
sorry.
Emperor.
One of the patches.
What
Expansions.
more would the Dominers have?
I would have words with my guest.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the speaker. This individual
So you're the one who speaks for the Traveler.
does that. Cool beans, guys. Cool beans. And now back to more loading screen time with DJ Azay. Oh my god, no one likes you. Oh fuck, that's rude. Some bitch.
Coming
Welcome to
up
more
in the
cutscenes.
European Dead Zone. Gonna be our new home for a
The
while.
EDZ. It's gonna be, gonna be here for a little bit.
Do you recognize it? That's where we're supposed to go.
That thing? They call it the Shard of the Traveler. I call it not a place you want to go poking around.
We call this the farm. Our current hub world. Where we all coalesce, talk, get items, get gear, meet other prospective guardians. It is currently empty for the starting period here.
Bad address. That tower's empty, isn't it?
He is the postmaster.
Checking.
Postmasters, this individual here, will often try to deliver you gear that's lost in the field. So if you happen to miss a piece of gear and let it disappear on the field, they'll often show up here. I'm not sure how it works with legendary engrams or these tokens you get on the field, but I know with like random, like uncommon, common, and rare pieces of gear, they'll show up.
Do you have
Oh. I'm glad to see you safe. I am Tyra. Tyra Karn. I'm sorry. Have we met before?
A historian, Tyra Karn, historian and
disorienting.
Cryptarch?
Now,
Tyra Karn decodes engrams
I
and seeks
understand
treasures
you
of
seek the shard
humanity's
of the
past.
traveler. I too have dreamt of it. It's
There.
Consider my knowledge at your disposal.
Damn, I look like a mess. Look at my character, guys. It looks like a mess. I've seen things. Terrible, terrible things. That'll be fine.
This is... whew, lot of civilization. For me, at least. Of course, I've been living outside the city half my life. So... anyway,
We do have some money to spend,
heard you
so
want
why
to go
not?
poke around that busted-up hunk of traveling. You Guardians have a weird idea of a good time. Oh well. Lewis and I know plenty about trusting your gut. So I'm not about to stop you. I got enough to deal with here. Take that ship you flew here.
Dismantle, dismantle,
At least
dismantle.
it'll get you back faster. See all these refugees? I haven't lost one yet. Don't you be my... Be careful out there.
New mission available. Ooh. So if you press the center touch button, touchpad, you actually get the map. Alright, let's go to the main mission. Oh, cool. Best trip ever. Like, the best. Seriously? Seriously? I went into orbit and just flew like probably a few meters. A few kilometers. My goodness. So to put into perspective, I've actually had a lot of fun playing Destiny 2, both solo and with my friends. Granted, playing with my friends is a little more difficult because, you know, schedules
You sure you want to do this?
are always conflicting.
That shard is the reason this place is called
But
a
when you do,
dead
like,
zone.
shenanigans are afoot. That said, though,
It's
I
a
am playing
sign.
currently on
Yeah, the
PS4,
sign that
and
says dead zone.
for the last little while, I have been looking at getting a new PC. I think I've been talking about this for a long time, and I've been discussing it on my other videos for a long time. And I've narrowed down my options to basically the Gigabyte Aero 15-inch laptop for $2,600. Now, you might ask, $2,600 is a lot of money. Yes, it is in Canadian dollars. In US dollars, it is roughly $1,700 to $1,800. Not like the exact conversion, but the laptop itself is around $1,600 to $1,800 in the United States. Canada, however, is not so fortunate. However, there have been multiple deals on the laptop thus far, but not exactly at the price range I would want it to be. It is still very pricey.
You know, I've been all over the EDC. Charming enough. I mean, nothing says come visit, like a dark haunted forest.
But non-Guardians aren't supposed to leave the city.
Here's the thing about city rules. They stop applying once you leave the city. Nobody goes farther than that. At least nobody who wants to come back.
So for this beginning section, you go around this sort of giant walled barricade because it's apparently really dangerous past here. But nonetheless, something about this area was pulling us to here. And here we are to discover what and why we are drawn to this ominous location. Why am I hitting my face against the
Let me know
rock?
when you reach.
The bedrock. Oh god. What's going on?
Hawthorne, can you hear us?
Help, help, help!
Signal's
Please,
dead.
please. Sir, I mean, sir, excuse me, help. Oh god, oh lord. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear, look at that.
Did you hear something?
Clicky, click, 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 click. Oh god. Bring it.
We're under attack.
We are. But in what direction? at you. At you. There we go. And what enemies are they? Please tell me, Google Ghost.
Those things were the Fallen. Scavengers from another world. They worship machines.
Thank you, Google Ghost. Hey Siri. Translate ghost for me. Oh, can you also translate screwed? So this sort of wavy pattern or aura around my screen at the moment indicates that I am unable to be reborn. Respawning restricted. Well, considering the fact I don't have my light anymore, this is pretty much instant KO regardless of the situation anyway. Oh, pariah. I am a laughing stock. Ah ha 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 ha. Wah ha 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 ha. Wah ha 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 ha. Ah, oh dear. Oh my.
The Shard of the Traveler. This is it. Right out of our vision.
I assume this whole Shard of the Traveler actually is just like a piece of the Traveler or something. Oof. That was a crazy, unsatisfying crunch sound that was certainly not very nice. I think in the context of these current videos, I'm gonna have to start like indicating this is like episode 1 point whatever, 2 point whatever, 3 point whatever, so on and so forth. So these are the Dreg, just pretty much fallen military and common foot soldiers. Marauders being the close range types. So one of the interesting critiques about Bungie and the game Destiny itself is that while they create these fantastic lore, fantastic worlds, and the enemy types are not exactly... Yeah, enemy types aren't exactly very original. Some of the vehicles aren't either, but I don't really care about the vehicles themselves. Vehicles are not going to be the indicator of whether or not this game is make or break. But yeah, the lore in the universe is very rich and dynamic. And while the enemies do look unique enough, enemy types and enemy behavioral patterns still fall under very certain categories of very sort of predictable, not that predictable, and still just very basic. And that's one of the weak points of Bungie's game in Destiny 2 so far that I've seen. Loot grind's a little easier though. Oh, and in case you're wondering, if you want like a very quick summary of how this game plays, just think of it as first, very sci-fi Borderlands. That's exactly what this is. Loot and shoot. And a lot less crazy and ridiculous. And a lot more, and because it's of the style of the game, it's a lot more like open world-ish. Not open world-ish. It's more, you see other players more often. You don't have to exclusively find a certain type of people or friends, or find invites in other worlds. You will see other players as you play. And you hear that chorus just humming in the background, getting louder and louder, progressively just overtaking the background. Holy. This gun shoots really fast. Is it SMG? I think it's SMG. Oh no, I should use this. Oh, that is much better. Much travel. Oh, fuck. I use all my energy weapons. Energy weapons, by the way, are one of the two weapon types. There's kinetic, which is just basically physical energy, and energy weapons, which is, special types of ammunition. Not their ammunition, but just like weapons where kinetic weapons are very good at taking down normal health, and energy weapons are very good at taking down shields before you switch to kinetic. So, for example, earlier I had problems taking down this enemy type right over there with a shield. You get a shield on. And now you just need to melt the shield. Yep. There you go. Energy weapons are also still very good at taking down normal health.
Scared them away. Take me to the shard.
Take me to the shard. I presume this is like a remnant of the Traveler's power displaced in the world. I wonder what would happen if other Guardians had found this also. It can't just be me. Well, clearly, in the world MMO style, other Guardians have found it. But besides the point.
This is why we were led here. I haven't been as close to the Traveler's Light since...
a few days ago.
Do you feel it? Hold on to your helmet.
He sounds like a nicotine obsessed lunatic. Oh no, I can't do it without my cigarettes. And I'm just saying that's actually nagging on people who smoke.
Do
I
you
once
feel it?
smoked.
The light is back.
Very, very bad habit.
We're back.
Good thing I kicked it for the most part.
Eyes up,
We're
Guardian.
back, sort of. Not exactly. Sentinel, Titan subclass. I'll go over the subclasses in a moment, but I want to reiterate, this is a really kick-ass subclass. And I'll show you in a moment why I believe so. Just update some of this gear. So why this subclass is awesome? Why? Let me show you.
Hold on to your helmet.
So, this is the closest I'll ever be to Chris Evans. And Captain America in general. Look at that. I am practically Captain fucking America. Bam, bam. Bam. Captain America with the shield. Bam. Oh, you're over there? Over there? Oh, you're... Oh. Oh, there. Bam. Punch in the face. I really like this Titan subclass. One of the things is you get 3 classes in the game, and then all 3 classes have 3 other classes, like subclasses, that have smaller abilities. They all have like a basic idea. Oh, like sort of melee range, sort of like a super. They all have the base like, oh, here's what. You're sort of like magic-ish based. You're like very tanky based. But essentially, each subclass, each main class mostly plays the same, with some variances on like skills. Oh god, help! Hello, asshole. Captain America here. Captain America. Damn, I love this subclass so much. So badass. So very much a badass. Sick. So now I've now regained the power of the light. And I fight my way forward to finding out where I have to go next. Apparently I'm flying back to, I think, the farm. Alright, so yes, I've decided, I've narrowed down the laptop to the Gigabyte Aero 15. I'm waiting for it to go on sale. It is currently 2,600 Canadian dollars, 16 to $1,800 USD. I'm trying to buy it until it's around $2,200 Canadian. I'm likely going to crack beforehand, but nonetheless, I am trying to wait nonetheless to go so it drops as much as possible. Because at that price range, especially at this very expensive price range, where I'm also want to use it for editing videos and photography as well. Oh, look at the farm, guys. Look, this is what I meant earlier by big hub world. Anyway, finishing what I was saying earlier. The Gigabyte Aero 15. The price range of $2,600 is within the range of two other laptops I was also looking at. I guess 3-ish. But mostly the top two being one, the Razer Blade, which is something my friend has. It is a 14-inch laptop, very good specs. Only downside is 14-inch laptop with so much thicker bezels, but it's still very good and lacks an SD card reader. You see, that's kind of make or break for me in a sense, because going forward, I'm going to be using a camera to record footage eventually of myself doing different content, and editing my podcast would be much easier if I had that. And that's been a very big problem for me, because not having the SD card reader means a lot slower transfers, a lot of reading and writing, a lot of waiting around just for files to transfer over. But not big enough that I don't want to get it. It's not make or break, but it's a big deal for me. Number 2 was the Dell XPS 15. Very beautiful design laptop, very nice specs. Beautiful 4K screen, which is something I want to get into eventually if this ever takes off. Likely won't, but I will still love the laptop nonetheless. Problem with the Dell XPS 15 at the current time of me posting and talking about the matter is that it's currently running a GTX 1050 graphics card from NVIDIA. Now the 1050 graphics card is not bad. It is still part of the Pascal series of graphics cards, the 10 series, I guess. The 1050, not the 1050 Ti, just the base 1050 graphics card is very, very standard and very, very low end. Not low end, but very middle tier. Lower middle tier compared to what it's come out so far. Especially when a lot of laptops running the 1060 now, like the Razer Blade actually itself. If I were to just focus on content creation itself, Dell XPS 1050, fine, no problem. But I also want to game with my friends, which is something I haven't done in many years on a PC. And if I'm not sure I've mentioned before, but I have a Mac. A very old Mac from 2009, 2010. So this is very much outdated for years now. Even during 2010, it was still a Mac. I could not play with my friends on PC, even if I wanted to. Very unfortunate. The Gigabyte, and they're all around the $2,600, $2,700 range, those two laptops. And the third one being, I believe, was looking at MSI or something like that. Well, $2,300. But the only reason I'm not getting the MSI was because not a fan of the MSI and the build and what they offer. The specs, what they offered were nice, but the build was nowhere near what I wanted. It was just by no means is MSI a bad
You and I
laptop or bad company. So just the way their
Explosions make everything better.
it's true, just the way that their laptops are built, which is not something I was looking to.
I have full confidence in your ability.
Which is essentially a gaming laptop in that sense. I don't want my laptop to be a gaming laptop. I want it to be more or less just a regular overall use laptop
Look
of being
at you.
looking like a gaming
You
laptop.
got your light back.
Look
I don't know
at
how
you.
you did it, but I'm glad. Because we're
Thank
gonna
you.
need it. There are a lot more survivors. Catch you later.
Wish I could be in the fight.
I got my
What'd you
legs.
like to say?
These shifts are killing me. I know some Guardians better than I know my kids.
No, that's weird. Okay, guys, I know this is really strange. I just went into this sort of laptop rant. Then again, If you guys were trying to watch this game for mostly just me progressing, sorry, my bad. My apologies, I'm sorry. No, please don't unsub yet. To say you already still subbing at all, or even watching the video in the first place.
And what would you like to say?
I'm slowly progressing through the story. I will progress through more, and I'll do so in the next episode of Destiny 2. Not sure what to call this series yet. Not exactly a campaign, not exactly a full-on story in the same traditional sense as the other games I've played so far. I'm not really even sure how long the series will last and how I even should upload them. My goodness, I have no preparation done whatsoever in mind for this game at all. Well, okay, I do, but
Did you ask him
I have a general timeline of when I want to release the videos, but going forward with future episodes, I'm not sure whether to make the 0.5 episodes part of the main series or upload a story mission or not, but I don't know. We'll see. That said, thank you for joining me on this episode of Destiny 2, guys. Thank you for listening to my crazy rant about my laptop, or just me explaining what's going on in the future as I get this laptop and play Destiny 2 with my friends later on as well. Hey! Oh yeah, that's gonna be cool though, right? Playing PC games? Steam? Hello! Library of games I've missed in the last 7 years. I guess 5. Yeah. Take care, guys. Cheers. And have a great one, and follow me on Twitter at helloazae. Cheap plug.